warm welcome to the Weekly Gospel. I'm your host, Amazing Katamanda. So this is a program that comes your way every Saturdays on Camnet TV at 10 hours. We get to bring you guys different personalities, talk of the established artists, the upcoming artists. We get to bring them right into the campus of your home. So you guys don't have to follow the artists. We bring them right into the campus of your homes. The only thing you have to do is just make a cup of coffee or a cup of juice, then sit on that comfortable chair, throw away your remote controller, and then just start enjoying the interviews that we do. And of course, not only that, we get to play you guys best music videos. And one thing I love the most about this show is that you guys are the ones that get to request for the people that you want to see on this show. So if there's anyone that you would like to see, make sure that you send us the name of that person that you would like to see. And we don't only bring people just because 2 people or 5 people requested. At least we need to have like over 20 or 30 people requesting for one person, and then we work some magic. That's how it is. So if you have any comments, any contributions, there's something that you are loving about the show, if you missed me as much as I missed you, you know how I'm always smiling on Saturdays because I'm excited, like, hey, I'm going to see my people on Saturday. That's how we do right here. So now today I'm going to be joined by Carol. She's someone who's been through a lot, and she's still going through a lot. So I want you guys to share our live stream in different groups, tag as many people as you can so that our sister can get the help that she needs. She's got a spinal cord problem, so she needs our help. So let us support. I know maybe some of you don't have money, but the best that you can do is just share our live stream on our Facebook page. We are live, we're streaming live on our Facebook page. So share the live stream in different groups, tag as many people, call as many people in the comment section so that she can get the help that she needs. And talking about that, let's just get to one of her videos. And in this one, she says, change my level. I'll see you guys on the other side. Wallace, she'll be joining me. So see you.
Tribe of Judah, King of Kings. You're the Lion of the tribe of Judah, Lord of Lords. You're the Lion of the tribe of Judah, King of Kings. You're the Lion of the tribe of Judah, Lord of Lords. Mighty man of war, so great in battle, God who never lies. Oh, oh, at the mention of your name. Jesus Christ is the Lord. You're the Lion of Judah. Hey, at the mention of your name. God that changes levels. My God, you have changed my level. You are a God that changes levels. My God, you have changed my level. Jina lake Yesu, kila goti itapigwa na kila lugha itakira Yesu ni Mungu, kila lugha itakira Yesu Kristo ni Mungu wa miungu. les filles, moi toi le coup, moi de la vie c'est Kabila. Only you can do what no man can do. Only you can do what no man can do. We listen na sumina ina sumina never na sumina. Una change a level from 0 to 0, from glory to glory. Anna sumina. What no man can do. Only you can do what no man can do. What no man can do.
You are still watching it, The Weekly Gospel. I'm your host, Amazing Katamanda. So I'll keep singing this song, and I'm asking you guys that please bear with me, because we always have newbies, we always have people that are watching us for the first time. So I have to keep saying this. Like, this show comes your way every Saturday. I'm sure most of you even know, like, every time Amazing opens this show, she has to say these lines. It's because we have newbies all the time. Okay, so this is a show that comes your way every Saturdays at 10 hours, and we get to give you guys nothing but the best of music videos. And not only that, we get to bring you guys your favorite personalities right into the campus of your homes. You don't have to follow them. We just bring them here in our studios, and then you guys get to know them better beyond their music. So today I'm joined by Carol. Most of you know her. Most of you, I don't know if you know her, but if you are like me, then you definitely know who she is. But if you are younger, you don't know who she is. Maybe you know her songs, right? But anyway, we brought her here into our studios. And before I even get to her, I'm asking you guys that you share our live stream on Facebook. Share in different groups, mention as many people, tag as many people, because we want our sister, our mother, our auntie, our daughter, our niece to be helped, because she has a problem and she needs the help that she can get from all of us. So if you know that you can't help with finances, the best you can do right now is share our live stream in different groups and tag as many people, mention as many groups, and of course you can call in. We have our phone lines open, so you guys can call in and then encourage our sister or tell her whatever things that you've always wanted to tell her. Okay, so now here with me, ladies and gentlemen, is Carol. Hey! I'm so excited to see you. I think I'm going to compose myself because I don't want to be more of a fan, because I have to do my job, right?
Yeah.
So you're welcome to the Weekly Gospel.
Thank you so much.
So tell us, how have you been? Where have you been? What's going on? What's happening?
Well,
a lot, but she had to breathe.
it's a lot is happening. But I can't say I've been well. I've not been well for quite some time now. It has really been a challenge for me to do most of the things because of my condition. Yeah, so I've just been home. I've been trying to record so that I can come up with a new album, but I can't do much because of the condition I do have a complete album, so to say, but it's still not yet on the market because of the same condition.
Okay, so what is the condition? Most of us just see you have something, but we don't know what's going on. Try and make us understand so that we can just, you know.
Well, the problem is with the spine. Yeah, it all started in 2002.
In 2002.
Yeah, by then I was expecting my firstborn child. Yeah, so it started with a pain in the leg.
Yeah.
So I couldn't know what was going on. Do you know how old people are like? They will be like, things like that.
Yeah.
And I could be sometime relaxed, thinking, okay, I'll be fine afterwards. But it got everyone's attention because I started bending bit by bit, and it was like getting worse. Like even just to walk a very short distance, I would take long. So that's when I had to explain myself to the doctors when I went for antenatal, and then they were like, kind of amazed to say, okay, this is beyond what we can do. We just have to refer you to UTH. So when they referred me to UTH, they didn't do much as well. They tried to do some x-rays, but they said, we can't do much because of your condition. We have to wait until you deliver. So thereafter, I stayed there. Actually, they had to admit me there and then until I delivered. But thereafter, there's a doctor that helped me with some drugs that helped me to start walking straight at least. Yeah, but unfortunately the pain was still there. So I had to go back to UTH to say this pain is still there and I don't know why. That's when they did some more investigation and discovered that the problem was coming from the spine. Because all I could feel was the hip joints and more especially of the left leg. So when they discovered the problem, that's when they said, actually, we are admitting you right away because we don't even know why you are even able to walk, because what we are seeing here, you're supposed to be paralyzed. I said, I don't know, but I don't think you're supposed to admit me, because I thought I was just the pain that I was feeling, I can bear it at home, but they said, no, it's a serious condition. So I had to stay in the hospital until they discharged me later on. But at first they thought it's TB of the spine. So they put me on TB treatment for 1 year, 1 month. Thereafter, the pain was still there. They said, okay, well, maybe it will take some time for you to get back to your normal self. So I had to wait, and they kept on giving me some other drugs like calciums and painkillers. Like painkillers were always there. I just have to take painkillers every day until date. As we are speaking right now, I took some for me to have the courage to come here. So it was kind of hell all through. I tried to take the painkillers, nothing. I stayed home, but I could go back again. They do some checkups. They say, no, we just continue with the same drugs, but still nothing. Until in, that was 2013 when it was really, really bad. I had to go back again. They say this time it's something that I can't bear. Then they had to put me again on TB treatment.
Again?
Yeah.
They were not sure that it was TB.
Well, from what I can say, I would say they were not sure because I think they were depending on these other results, which would show that there are some foreign bacteria in the body, but not really showing them that it's really TB. So there is a doctor that actually opened my eyes, who told me to say, have you ever had TB of the lungs? I said no. Then he said that it's impossible for you to have TB of the other parts before the lungs, because it starts from the lungs and then goes to the other parts. So that's when they actually took some time to say, okay, I think we are, after the second treatment, so they said, I think we're dealing with something more than TB. So we need to do more investigation to find out what really is happening to you. And they had said that they needed to do a biopsy. It's a test where they're supposed to take a sample of the bone from the spine and take it to the lab. So it was quite costly somehow, because it was costing about 5,000 buying some kit they used to do the same thing. So I didn't have money by then. I never managed to get it. I had to stay home, just depending on the painkillers and the like. Then 2018 again, it came so strong. I had to go back. They said we're still going back to the same thing that we said we are supposed to do, which is the same biopsy.
I can imagine how traumatizing it was for you, like from this test to that test. It was really hell. So I tried to, I did that. I managed to buy the kit with the help of a number of artists that helped me with some money to buy. I bought the kit, I took it to the hospital. Okay, here's the kit that you told me to buy. Then unfortunately, they kept on postponing the dates. Oh no.
So I had to continue going there. And then I tried to remind the doctor to say, I remember when I was buying this thing, they told me it has an expiry date. So I don't know if you're considering that or maybe you have forgotten. Then he said, I know what I'm doing. I said, okay, fine. The second time again, it was another postponement. And Bendain had remained with a month because it had 3 months
Oh my God.
to expire. It had remained with a month. Then I said, there's only 1 month remaining for this thing to expire. Then he said, maybe you try high cost. I tried with high cost. They told me I have to pay 20,000.
Oh,
I said,
no.
I don't have that kind of money. So
Ish.
I just have to wait, maybe, I don't know when, if you can try to fuse me in, because they kept on saying the theater is it's fully booked. So I just said, okay, I'll try to wait again and see if it can work.
Yeah.
I waited until it was now 2 weeks remaining. When I went there, I told him, he asked the dates that were
You
coming.
kept on seeing the same doctor.
Yeah, because I've seen the same doctor from 2013 to now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other doctors at first were different ones, but they changed me. I had to wait for him to come from school because he was in school, the spine specialist. So he told me you just have to wait for him to come so that he can take a look at your condition again. Yeah, so it happened that the thing expired before they could do
Oh no.
the test. So I got frustrated. I remember that day telling myself, I'm not going back to UTH. I think they're not helping me and I'm tired.
I can imagine, because everyone, each one of us would just get to that point where like I'm tired, like I can't just do this.
Yeah, and you know the pain is unbearable, and then you find like, well, I think what was like making them relax is because the fact that I'm still working.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so I think that was the thing that maybe made them to be relaxed.
So people who are like in your condition, most of them don't walk.
Yeah.
So the fact that you were walking for them meant like
It was
you were
like,
okay, you were fine.
You're not that bad, because I could hear him say such words
Like you're not that bad.
you're not like, because I complained of the years that I suffered
Yes.
with the same thing. Then he was like, you're complaining about 18 years when there are people who were born with that condition. Then I
No.
was like, oh no.
Like
I
no,
mean,
he didn't say that.
he did. You know, I remember I cried that day, like, I don't know, because I felt like, anyway, it's like if the doctor can't see how serious this thing is, then who's going to help me? Yeah, so I felt like, okay, I think maybe they're tired of me coming here and things like that. So I reached that point of saying, I'm not going to come back here, I'm fed up. So that's when my husband had to say, okay, let me try to contact doctors from outside the country and see if they can help, because they said he's the only specialist in
Yes,
Zambia. So
yes.
if he's the only one, where do we go? Nowhere. So we just have to try maybe outside. That's how he tried to contact the doctors from India, and they asked him to put me direct so that they can ask me questions, and I explain to them what I experienced and send them the MRIs, ESR tests, and all those kind of tests that I did.
And that was when?
That was 2019.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's when they took a look at the test, the MRIs and everything, and they said, okay, you're suffering from what we call spondylosis, but they gave it that name depending on what they had
what
to see.
what they saw
but
the results
we can have
that you
the
had.
full name of what exactly you are suffering from when we maybe do our own tests here. Yeah, so I said, okay, and what is the treatment? So they said, when you need to do a decompression and fusion treatment, of which I had to, they gave me the quotation, which came to about $9,200.
Woo, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, so just the amount was like, will I ever be fine? I was like, anyway, maybe I just have to let it be, because where will I get this kind of money? Yeah. So
But
my
the pain was
husband-
still there.
The pain was still there. So that's why my husband said, no, don't lose hope. We'll still find a way. We can get this money somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I tried to do a concert, a fundraising concert, of which didn't do much because I didn't even get half of what I was supposed to get. But I still tried to do a second one, which didn't do well. It was just, I would say, a flop.
By then you were managing to like stand on stage and
No, I could not. I remember that concert I was singing while sitting.
And people are not surprised, like, what's going on? You explained to them what was going on.
I did explain to them.
Okay.
Yeah. So at least by then I never had this, the lumbar corset and the collar, so it didn't like look weird, so weird to them. Some they knew, some they could not understand. Yeah, but it became so frustrating when I could not know how else to get the money and have myself treated.
Yeah.
And that's how they try, the artists try to form up a group where they can they can try to fundraise the money by maybe contributing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a number of them did contribute.
But it wasn't enough to
it
take
wasn't
you.
enough to take me, yeah. So then they thought there's a time that they talked to the minister, the Lusaka province minister. Yes, then he said he was going to take up the full bill under the Ministry of Health.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they needed a report from the doctor. So that's what took me back to UTH now.
Again.
Say, okay.
Like
if
now
I
the
never
drama's
wanted
got...
to go back, I just have to now. So I
Yeah.
went back, I requested for the report. The doctor totally refused to give me
But
the report.
he
said-
refused?
Yeah, he said.
But why?
We don't just write reports like that because you have requested for it. We write when we have failed to treat you.
But did
And
they manage?
besides-
You've been going there for how long? Like from 2013?
Yeah.
Actually, you said 2002, right?
2002.
You've just been going there, like you've been doing this. Like all the time, it
I
became
stay
like a
home.
routine.
It becomes worse. I go back just like that, but on painkillers like every day.
Okay, then if they said they couldn't write a report because they did not fail, then why were you still in pain, or why are you still in pain?
I do not know. So they say you needed to. We need to do our own tests, and also write something what we have found. If it's something that we cannot treat, or it is something that we can treat. Then I told them to say, okay, if you're telling me you've not failed, tell me what is happening, because from 2002 up to now, I've been coming here and I've not seen any change, but rather this thing is like progressing.
Yeah.
Because it was just on the lumbar at first, it went to the thoracic,
Yeah.
and as we speak now, it has reached the neck.
So it's getting worse.
Yeah. So, and the worst part of it is that when something is wrong in the spine, you can feel the pain in the spine quite all right, but the worst pain is felt in the naves, where like the neck that has a nerve which passes the message to the hands and the shoulders and the like.
Yeah.
The thoracic is with the chest and the ribs, and then the lumbar is with the legs.
Yeah.
So you can imagine now the entire body is affected, and I can't do. I would say I do nothing because I just sit at home, and then I'm saved. What if I didn't have those people who could do those things for me?
In as
What
much
would
as we
have
have people, we just need to be
That's the
independent, like
thing,
do
and-
things on our own, right?
It's a horrible situation. I mean, you used to do things, and then all of a sudden you can't
You
do
can't,
them.
you can't.
It feels horrible, and I'm a mother. I can't even like be like other mothers are to their children.
Like you can't play with them, you can't do anything
I can't
with them
do most of
because
the
you're in
things with
pain.
them. Yeah, you find that my baby wants me to carry him,
And he
I
doesn't
can't.
understand why you can't carry him.
Jesse, I remember there was a point, there was a time when he told me to say, Mommy, when are you going to be fine? And I felt so bad because I think it was something that was hating him somehow because I couldn't do most of the things for him.
Yeah.
So I felt so bad, and I was like, oh, God, why can't I be fine? Even not for me, but maybe just for my children. And it's been a kind of painful life.
I can imagine
You
how
can imagine like
traumatic it is.
the gap which is between my firstborn and my second-born child. It's 12 years
Wow.
because of the condition.
Yeah.
So I almost had an operation on the first one, but they tried to help me. I delivered normally. But on the second born, they said I cannot deliver normally because of the condition. If I try to deliver normally, I might just be paralyzed.
Oh God.
Because you know how it is when you have to deliver. There's so much that is involved.
Yeah.
So it has been so much of it hasn't terrible
been
experience.
Easy.
It hasn't been
Traumatic.
easy.
It's been traumatic.
Yeah, I know. I've sometimes I complain to God, like in tears, to say, God, are you not seeing what is happening to me? I mean, why should I go through this when you're there?
So the minister didn't help because there was no report.
There was no report because, I mean, they will need a report for them to come in and what is going on. So, and I remember words like, you can report me wherever you want. And I didn't want to do that because even if I was to report him, he was going to find a better way of defending himself. I'm just a patient, he's a doctor, and he's got the best way of talking to them than I can. So I thought of, anyway, let me just let it be. I'll try and find help maybe elsewhere and just go to India, not through UTH, but just on my own, because I mean, I'm the one feeling it. I'm sure he can say that maybe he doesn't know
He doesn't
the
understand.
pain that I feel,
Someone
because
can just tell this, but until they feel what you are feeling, that's when they can like relate with what you're going through. So is that what made you go out to the open? I'm sure it wasn't easy for you to just go to the open and say, people, I need your help.
It's been long when they tried to say, let's try to post it on Facebook so that you can be helped. I kept on refusing. I said, no, I don't want it to be like out in the open so that everyone can know that I'm sick. Because most of them actually wondered to say, I mean, all this time we knew you were sick. We didn't know.
Like we really had no idea. We just saw you stopped having concerts, then you stopped posting things on your social media, then we stopped seeing videos from you.
That's the thing. So it was kind of, I would try to force myself with the help of painkillers. Because I could take painkillers here and then. Because it was like, it's a horrible pain. To tell you the truth, I hardly sleep at night. You'll find that the time I feel like sleeping, it's around 11, 12, that's when I feel sleepy. That's during the day. But at night, the pain is so horrible because I can't sleep with these things. I have to take them off. And when I take them off, because they work as painkillers at some point, and they help me not to move my body to the extent of where it inflicts pain on me. So when I'm without them, the pain is like too much.
Oh, okay.
There was a time the doctor had to help me with some sleeping pills. But again, he couldn't continue giving me because he said we can't continue giving you or damage you. So we just have to try and find if you can take some sleep. But still, it's not been easy because you find that most people even wonder to say, what are you still doing online? This is 01. I mean, they don't understand. Sometimes I would just tell them because I'm in pain, so I'm trying to keep myself distracted, maybe if I can. So I would just have to wear this back and sit. Maybe when the sleep is like too strong, maybe that's when I would doze off and then sleep off, just like that. So it has been really...
It hasn't been easy. Even just you getting to social media and just saying, I need help.
It hasn't been easy. For me to say yes, actually, he was even surprised. But so Mr. Chola is one of the people that actually said we need to maybe take it out there. Karen is one of the artists that said we need to come out and get help outside. Because I think if you just keep, if we just keep quiet, we might not get what you need. So maybe there are people out there who can just come in and say, okay, I have this money. You go and have yourself treated. So that's when I said, okay, fine. I think this time I'll say yes.
Let me just do it.
That's how they brought it out, because I remember it was last year in October. Was it October? No, early November. That's when they posted it on social media. Quite all right. There were a number of people that were coming in to help and sending in some help. I could receive some money, like 10 kwachas from well wishers. And I really appreciate those 10 kwachas, because it's not easy for somebody just to remove the 10 kwacha in this time of COVID-19.
Yeah, everyone is
so
trying
if
to
somebody
buy
can just spare 10 kwacha for you, it really means a lot to me. So I really felt loved and felt cared for. What I didn't like was being pitied. That is what made me not to even go on social media. But I mean, when everybody looks at me like this, they have no choice but to feel pity on me.
It's not really, I don't know. I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to judge.
Yeah.
I think we'll come back and talk about this later on the other side. So for now, let's just play a clip, because we showed you on our news. Yes, so there's some people who didn't see it, some people saw it. So I'm asking you guys that even as we are playing this clip, make sure that you tag as many people, live stream on our Facebook page, share in different groups so that our mother, our sister, our niece, our daughter can get the help that she needs. You have somehow heard what she's explained. So let's just get to that clip and see it, and maybe we can also play a song. Yes. So let's just get to that clip.
Kutemwa kwenu pamwe ondi wachile pili Yahweh.
These tears explains the 18 years of suffering she has gone through due to a health condition, a situation that grabbed away her normal life. Caro Nambela, a gospel artist formerly known for her Change My Level gospel song Naipela, where she featured Philemon, and Lisa Mupige, in which she was featured by Kabova, has for the last 18 years been living with a spinal problem, a condition which she explains started in 2002 when she was pregnant with her firstborn child, only worsened in 2018 to a point where she could no longer wake and walking was a challenge.
This problem started in 2002. By then I was pregnant, and I used to feel pains in my left leg. So I thought it was a normal thing, listening to what people would say, no, maybe mwana kalamkwendo, things like that. But it kept on going worse and worse until it almost made me become like I'm disabled, because I couldn't walk straight. I was bending and walking, so I had to seek for help at the hospital. So I decided to say, okay, let me just try to ask online, maybe from other doctors outside there. My husband managed to get an Indian doctor. He talked to him on phone, and then they exchanged numbers on of the WhatsApp numbers, because he asked for the MRI results, the blood results and everything, for which we had to send to him. And then he actually said, from what I am seeing, she could be suffering from spondylitis, something like that, you know.
This mother of two and a teacher by profession narrates to Kamne TV how her life has changed during this period.
At some point I even said, okay, I'm giving up on the hospital, because they are trying their level best, but it's like I'm not getting what I need. So I stayed home again, but somewhere in 2018 it was really bad to the extent that I couldn't do most of the things, depending on how the pain is. But there are times I just try to force myself to do all those things. But on the home chores, cooking, I try to cook. Sweeping, even as little as this house can be, but it takes me time to finish it. Washing, I don't. Normally there's my neighbor there, she normally asks me to give her the clothes, then she washes for me.
Despite a critical condition that needs urgent attention, this did not stop her from having a concert to raise money for her treatment. Even with effort from other gospel musicians coming on board to source for some funds so that she can be sent to India for medical treatment, not enough has been raised, as only 25,000 kwacha has been raised out of 180,000 kwacha, the total amount needed to save her life. She has since appealed to President Edgar Lungu to come to her aid.
I still have a long way to reach the 180,000. And from the last concert that I had, that was last week on Friday, yeah, the turnout was not so good. So Karen thought it wise to say, okay, I think we're stressing you to let you do this on your own. We have to come in as artists and help you.
What would you like the government to do for you?
If they can help me to fund the treatment to India, I think it can really help me a lot, because it's quite a huge amount of money, and not just a single person can really just get that money out of their pocket. So if the government can come in to help, I would really be grateful. Very, very grateful.
Nambila lives with a hope for a change. Miriam Kemba, reporting for Community TV News in Lusaka.
Kutemwa kwenu pamwe ondi wachile pili yawe muli wankumbu shama muli wansei yawe muli wankumbu. Tata
and you are still watching the Weekly Gospel. I'm joined by Caro Nambela. For you guys that are just joining us, you are welcome. And good news to you guys, the phone lines are finally open. So you guys can now call in, encourage our mother, our sister. I don't know why I keep saying our mother or sister. She's a mother, she's a sister, she's a daughter, she's a niece. Okay. So you can call in, or of course you can also send us your text messages using the numbers that are scrolling on your TV screens, or better yet, you can leave your comments on our Facebook page. And we appreciate your love for the Weekly Gospel. And of course, you can also send us the names of the people that you want to see on the show. So the video that I'm just playing you guys was done by our beautiful Caro here. So let's get to your music career. How has it been with you? You've told us that you find it difficult to just get into the studio and all that, but you're still writing, right? You haven't like stopped writing.
No.
Yes, still writing.
Yeah, of course.
And we are believing God to see videos and audios as well, right? Okay, so now tell us how the journey of music has been for you from the time that you started up to now, the things that you have learned that you can give, because we have like a lot of young people that watch the show that want to get into music and they don't know how to go about it and they don't understand really much about it. So help us. You've been in the music industry for a long time. I'm sure there's some of the things that you have learned.
Well, first and foremost, I think persistence is number one. Once you persist on something, I think you're gonna get what you want. And then, it has challenges, and the challenges are like sometimes you might not have money enough to do all that you need to do. You could have the songs, but for you to go and record, you need money to pay in the studio. For you to have your video done, you need to pay. Yeah, though I'm one of the lucky people that really found people like B-Mac.
Okay, we have a caller, so you just hold your thoughts. Let's take that caller. Hello.
Hello, blessed morning.
Blessed morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
This is Shania calling from South.
Oh, okay. So how are you this morning and what are your comments and contributions?
I'm okay. Actually, my contribution is that my sister there. Actually, where God is, you should always come and everything that you do. Whenever you do hope, we love you. God save you from people.
Thank you so much.
you.
I love you too.
So thank you. I would love to pray for you if you allow me.
Of course.
Please go ahead.
Okay.
Please go ahead.
Right, let's pray.
Okay.
Good and our Father, one say thank you for the wonderful gift that is given to us. Want you to bless this our sister, oh God. That Lord Almighty God, may you touch her, oh God. May you use her mightily, oh God. Father Lord, you say in the book of Jeremiah, that Lord Almighty God, they shall come fight against you, as they shall not prevail. So the Lord is with me. As we pray right now, Lord Almighty God, may you touch her, oh God.
Oh, yes.
I call upon the God of my Father to give the that Lord Almighty God, and wherever she sits, oh God, when the Lord we pray, we speak the blood of Jesus upon her life, oh God. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, Almighty God. Father, Lord, I connect her, oh God. Lord Almighty God, may you touch her, oh God.
Amen.
Whoever has placed their hands, oh God, the Lord Almighty God, we decree and we declare, oh God.
Amen.
We speak life in her life, oh God. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, Almighty God. One of the living God. Father, Lord, so you say, oh God, that Lord Almighty God, everything is possible in your name, oh God.
Yes.
I pray that Lord Almighty God, as you are there right now, oh God, Father, Lord, may you be with her, oh God.
Oh, yes.
May you protect her, oh
Amen.
God. I pray that Lord Almighty God, I pray for her house, oh God. And Lord Almighty God, may you be the strong tower in her house, oh God. I decree and I declare, oh God, whatever she does, oh God, the Lord, may you be the my life,
Amen,
oh God.
amen.
I pray that Almighty God, the Lord Almighty God, that I pray right now, oh God, and the next fresh anointing upon our life,
Oh,
God.
yes.
In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, Almighty God. Father, Lord, I speak through the God of my Father, Peter, the baby doctor. That Lord, Almighty God, may you use her, oh God.
Oh, yes.
That Lord, at this point of time, oh God, with everything that she's using, oh God, that Lord, Almighty God, to stand free, oh God. That Lord, Almighty God, for the strength, oh God, that I'm seeing right now, oh God.
Oh,
I've
yes.
been wanting in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, Almighty God. Father, Lord, I pray right now, oh God, the Lord, Almighty God, may you touch her, oh God. May you touch her, oh God. May you be the pressure of her life, oh God. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, Almighty God. Father, Lord, I want to say thank you, oh God.
Oh,
I want to
yes.
say thank you for you, oh God.
Thank you,
Oh Lord,
Jesus.
Almighty God, you are the center of everything, oh God. And the Lord, I speak truth in our life, oh God.
yes.
The Lord, Almighty God, for every man that has stand, oh God, before her, oh God. I pray, oh God, I denounce them right now, oh God.
Oh,
We
yes.
can treat every evil.
Amen, amen, amen. We are believing God for you. We're having faith in God that He will surely heal you, because
That's
the God
very
that we serve, He never leaves us. He never forsakes us. So we're believing God for you. So now you were explaining something before we had that caller who was praying for you. You were explaining something about music, how you've just been understanding the process of music.
Yeah. So it takes a lot for you to get somewhere. I've learned a lot with the artists that I've worked with. I remember I worked with Jojo Mwangaza. I've worked with Kings Malembe. I've worked with Kabova. I've worked with, the list is endless.
Yeah.
There are so many of them, but I've learned a lot from them in the way they did their thing, in the way they could dedicate themselves to God. You know, it took the presence of God for them to be wherever they are today, and without God, you can never be anywhere. You cannot achieve anything. So whatever we do, we just have to put God first and know that with Him we can make it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
So it is something that comes from within. Like with me, music is my passion. I can't do without it. You can imagine, because even in my condition, I remember going to the studio at some point, wearing all these things, and they were like, "How are you going to sing?" Then I said,
Okay.
"I'm going to do it."
I think you have to hold your thought. We have a caller, so
Yeah.
please hold your thought. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning. How are you too?
I'm blessed. Thank you. Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Yumbayama. This is Brother Alain.
Brother Aren.
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead with your comments.
will remember me.
Of course, I do remember you, my brother.
Oh, so you know each other.
Yeah.
That's my sister. I'm blessed to see you. But I wanted to encourage you. The Bible says in the book of Isaiah 53, verse 5, that by the stripes of Jesus we are healed.
Amen.
Yes, amen.
So you need to meditate on that day and night. And also, I'd like to urge everyone listening, we need to have some strategies how to assist our sister.
Oh, yes,
And
true.
she's still alive. We don't want to come with big contribution where she's no more, but God forbid. So all those big artists, I know you served with Kings Malema, and I wish she's listening to this right now. Can also do something, you know, and that amount is not too big for our God and for our government.
Amen. Amen.
So we are praying, and we need to have some strategies how to make it happen.
Okay.
For our sisters.
Amen.
So people are.
Contribution.
Thank you for
Thank you
coming
so
through.
much.
Thank you for coming through. We have people that are watching on our Facebook page. I can see we have Chola. We have, let me see how many names I can see right there. Okay, so we have Chola, we've got BMAC, we've got Justus, and this one, he's a faithful follower of all programs on our Facebook page. I think we need to give him something. So, so yes, just continue from where you ended before we had the caller.
Yeah, so can't even remember where I was. But what I can say is that with God, all things are possible. And even in this condition, I was talking about being in the studio.
Yes,
because music being my passion. So there's this song that really was like really bubbling in me to say I just have to do this song. And looking at the time that we're in right now, you know, so many signs to show that Jesus is coming soon. So I thought of, let me do this song maybe to those who are still reluctant and thinking they still have time to give their life to Christ. So I came up with that song. The title is Ishtanaipwa.
Ishtanaipwa.
Yeah,
do you want to do like a little chorus for us?
Okay, let me do the chorus.
Just under a minute, because we don't want to give people everything.
Of course.
Yes, so that they can follow you, right? Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah. So the song goes like this. Ishitanaipwa ipelekuli Yesu Kristu usange pusukilo amwe ove ifya chalota kuyukofika kutwala maeyo So that's the song.
Okay, so we even have a caller. I can see people are loving you. Like, hey, hello.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm okay.
What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Thank you. This is Brother Ngulube calling from within Cyprus.
Oh, okay. Please go ahead, Mr. Ngulube, with your comments or contributions or word of encouragement.
Otherwise, mine is just encouraging my sister.
Okay.
Yes, and what is happening to her, it is really even in the Bible. Yeah, I believe that she's a gospel singer. Yes, she sings for God.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to encourage her, if God follow her spiritual life by me, you'll find that what is happening to her even happens to Saul. I think if she reads the Bible, these are the stories with what happened to Job. Yes, Job was faith in God. Now, what happened? Satan has to inflict faith in him. Even Paul, he said in 2 Corinthians 12:7.
Yes.
Paul said, when the revelation of God came upon me, I was given a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment me. Then Paul, the Spirit of God, is saying he prayed 3 times. He pleaded with the Lord 3 times. But that thing did not go. Then the God answered, my grace is sufficient for you because my power works in weaknesses. So she has to rejoice because she's a real Christian like Paul, like John.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Yes, we can contribute what, but God sometimes allows space to see if we are really serious for Him.
Yes.
Even Peter, there is a story where Jesus walked on water on the sea.
Yeah.
Then Peter said, at first they said, no, here's the God. Now Jesus said, I'm not a God. I'm Jesus of Nazareth. Then Peter said, come. I want to come to you. Peter said, I want to come to you. Then Jesus said, come. Then see what happened to Peter. There was that strong wind which came. Now Peter did not go back. He continued his journey until Jesus saw his genuine willingness to go to Jesus. Then he made Peter to walk on water. So even the only encouragement I can say to my sister is that whatever she's passing through, it is there to test her if she's really a Christian. Because if this situation is from the pit of hell, this this time would have been there. But why is God keeping him until today? Because I'm told that this problem started, I don't know, it's 20 something.
2002.
But yes, but she's still living.
Oh, yes.
Yes, she should not drop back in faith. Let her just continue worshiping, praising God. Then God one day, you see his arguing in God.
Oh, yes.
Then this thing will just come out, it will just go like the way it came.
Thank you.
God, thank you.
Thank you for coming
Thank you
through,
so
Mr. Nguluwe. You know, the other time I was even like sharing something on my Facebook page about the story that is given of Peter. You know, many other times we think just because we're born again, just because we're Christians, then we're not going to get sick at some point or go through what everyone else is going through. But I think is that God did not promise us that we're not going to go through sicknesses or diseases or whatever it is. He said he will be with us. So God allows things to happen for a reason, I believe. And I'm sure there's something that you have learned. Can you share with us some of the things that you have learned and why you haven't given up on God? You're still believing in God and still recording gospel music.
Yeah, I haven't given up on God because, I mean, for me to be alive today, it's all because of him.
Oh, yes.
If he wanted, I would have been gone by now. Yeah, I've learned so many things, like starting with Job. What happened to Job, he didn't understand it himself. But God knew everything that was going on with his life. But it was up to Job to make a right decision.
Oh, yes.
Whether to go on with God or follow what advices he was getting from different people, including his own wife. Yeah, but he pressed on and said, no matter what,
I'm not giving up on
he's still my God. Apart from Job, we have Daniel in the Bible, who was thrown in the lion's den. I mean, you can imagine the scenario of a lion. I mean, even today, if I saw a lion, believe you me, I'll run like no man's business. But I mean, he believed in God. He trusted his God, and he still stayed there. And the lion did not
eat him. They did not harm him. He didn't even have a scratch.
Not even a scratch. So you can look at even the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the fire. They did not see the fourth man. Who saw the fourth man?
The people that were, yes.
So I might not see the fourth man in my situation, but people out there can see it.
We can definitely see the grace
so
of God.
It really gives me, because I'm sure there are so many people who are trying to think, I mean, how is she able to even continue being in the Lord after all this that is happening to her? Because, I mean, this situation has like deprived me of the one thing that I love most, which is singing for God. And for me to sing, I have to stand.
Yes.
I have to be strong, because I cannot just sit and sing. It will be boring to people. But I still say, no matter what, I'll still
sing
go and
for
sing.
the Lord. It doesn't matter what you're going through, because the Lord will remain the Lord. And the Bible says he is faithful to those that love him, to those that trust him. Yeah. So anyone who is watching right now, if you are going through some kind of problem or situation that you are facing, we want you to know that the Lord will always be with you. He said he will never leave you nor forsake you. He will be with you all the time. The fact that we have people like Daniel that we read of, we have people like Peter, it symbolizes, for some of us, those lions, it's the situations that we are going through, right? It's not like the physical lions.
Many are the afflictions that the righteous will go through.
Exactly.
But the Lord would deliver them from them, or he didn't say from some, but from them also.
From them all.
It doesn't matter what I am going through. One thing I know for sure is that God will deliver me from this.
Yeah, he will definitely heal you. And we are praying with you. We are standing with you. And we know that the God that we serve,
Amen,
he's not a liar.
Amen.
He's never lied. He's never failed.
He can never
He will not fail you. He will not fail. So we're believing God for you. So for those people that are thinking, okay, we want to help our sister, how can they like get to you? How can they help you? And what is it exactly that they can do to help you?
Prayer is number one thing. Because without prayer, nothing can be achieved. The second thing is I need to raise this money for me to go to India and I'm still a long way to go for me to get to the actual amount that they requested, so that I can go and have myself treated.
Are you like comfortable saying the amount that you need?
The amount? Yeah, I'm comfortable.
Please say it so that we can just reach as many people. Like I keep saying, guys, let's share this. Let's call as many people that we can call in the comment section on our Facebook page, and share our live stream in different groups so that we can reach as many people.
Yeah, that's very true. Like right now, what I have in cash in hand is at 30,000.
Okay.
Yeah. So the actual amount that I'm supposed to pay, I don't know what the rate of the dollar is at the moment, because like I said, the amount is $9,200 US. At the time I'd converted it into kwacha, it was 186,000. Yes. So I'm not too sure how much the dollar is, the rate of the dollar is at the moment, but I'm still, like what I have, I've mentioned what I have, so
and what you need.
I still have a long way to go.
So we've got a job to do, guys. We have a job to do. So it doesn't matter how much you can contribute; it will still go it will still go a long way, right?
Yeah, it will, because well, allow me to say this. The thing is, when I requested for that quotation, it was still on the thoracic.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So as I went back to UTH, because I kept on experiencing pains in the hands and in the neck, so that's when they actually told me to do another MRI, of which I did, and the CT scan. Then they discovered that the neck is really in bad shape compared to the rest of the body, the rest of the spine. Yeah, because 5 discs. They have what they call arthritis. And arthritis is a disease of the old people. So it confused the doctor to say, I'm really confused. I mean, you're too young to have this. So I don't understand why. But all in all, God will make a way for you. So they need to do an urgent surgery for the neck.
And that's when you have to do it here in Zambia?
Here in Zambia, that's what I was told at the hospital. Yeah, I need to do it as soon as possible. So what is, again, between me and the operation is the money again. Because when they gave me the prescription to buy the things that I required, the quotation came out 70,450. So it's a crazy kind of disease. I remember my doctor telling me, what job do you do, and what job does your husband do? And he was like, this, your disease is an expensive disease. I was wondering, there are even expensive disease and cheap diseases.
Oh, disease is disease, oh. Disease is disease. So let's just come on. But unfortunately, due to time, we have to go. But please tell us the numbers that we can get in touch with you on, and of course those that want to follow you. Are you active on your Facebook page? Anywhere where we can reach you? Yeah,
they can reach me on 0975 227 200 or 0968 391709. Those are the numbers that they can reach me on. I'm also on Facebook. My Facebook account name is Caro Nambela Chigume, and my Facebook page is Caro Music World BNT. The B and T are the initial names of my 2 sons. There's Bob and Tinashe. Okay. So there's Caro's Music World BNT. Okay. That's that's what they can reach me on.
And your last remarks?
My last remarks are that I want to encourage those that could be in a condition like mine or worse than mine. And it's not just health. Sometimes it's the problems that we're facing. So I just want to encourage somebody that no matter what you're going through, no matter what is happening in your life, never give up on God, because God has not given up on you. Amen. He is still on your case, and He knows what He is doing, and He knows the best time to come in. So do not give up. And I want to remind those that are still reluctant on giving their lives to Christ. Time is no longer with us. Jesus is coming very soon, very, very soon. I mean, all the signs are showing anytime rapture will just happen. You'll find that your neighbor is gone and you keep wondering what is going on. The time has really, really, really gone. We just have to be serious with God and give our lives to Christ and make sure that we don't miss heaven. Because I mean, I can't imagine myself going through this situation on earth and then go again and suffer in hell. For what? No. Let me suffer here but enjoy myself in heaven. So
give your lives.
Give your lives.
Okay, so thank you for gracing us with your presence, and we're praying with you, we're standing with you, and we'll keep preaching, we'll keep sending messages to people so that we can get you the help that you need. Thank you for coming. We wish you God's blessings, and we are praying that God heals you earlier than you think. Okay, so viewers, I had an awesome time, I had a great time, and I hope that you did have a great time too. And don't forget to share the live stream. In as much as we are saying goodbye, but the video will still be on our Facebook page, so keep sharing it, keep tagging people, keep calling people, so that we can just have as many people, can reach as many people, so that our sister can get the help that she needs. So unfortunately, this is what I have to say. My goodbyes. I hate saying bye, guys, but I have to say them. Okay, so I want to say thank you to the pastors, Pastor Moses and Victoria, my goodness, Victoria Chilua. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. And of course, not forgetting the producer, BMAC, and Isaac upstairs. Thank you so much. Not forgetting you, our lovely viewers, for always supporting us, for always watching the show. Like every Saturday, you guys are glued to your TV screens. Like, we want you to see what's happening today. So thank you for your love. We're so overwhelmed, and we wish you God's blessings, even as we are leaving you in the hands of Karen with the song. We'll see you guys next week. I don't know who I'm going to be having. Tell me, who do you want to see? And then I'll bring that person. Okay, so for now, we sign out. God bless you. We'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place.
Yes, azana bomoy. Mokini bobin mayoka. Yes, azali zombe. Momoy nanga. Hezana maboko na ye. Momoy nanga. Hezana maboko na ye. Mokoze yako simbaga. Mokote. Atanga inazamoke. Na ebiye azamunene bituma nyoso ya bunda na yakasango te balanga ye azali nzambe tikanga ina yemba Yesu